Today, we put 3 of the most popular monthly boxes head to head to see who comes out on top. Which box gives you the most bang for your buck? The answer's coming up. Ian here from Simpawtico Dog Training, and in this video we'll be taking a look at 3 of the most popular monthly subscription toy boxes for dogs. As always, we'll have notes, links, and resources in the description below this video. The 3 contenders today are Bullymake, Box, Super Chewer Edition, and Kong's new subscription box. Now, before we dive into the boxes, I want to set the criteria that I'm using to evaluate them. I've previously talked about the importance of good toy organization. In my professional opinion, toys should be organized into categories of chew toys, which are available 24/7, interactive toys, which are restricted access, and work-to-eat toys, which can sometimes do double duty as a chew toy, but are mainly for canine enrichment and are only available when they're being used for enrichment. So when I look at a monthly subscription box, I don't just want a bunch of new brainless toys. I want things that are functional and that I can use for physical, mental, and emotional stimulation. I want the things I purchase to give them some variety in their recreational chewing and to give us some creative options. I feel like a lot of the time folks tend to get these boxes and then just go, here you go, and good ownership and good training have to go a little deeper than that. Another thing to note is that each of these 3 boxes are customizable at the time of your subscription based on your wants and needs. I set it up for exactly the chewing and activity that I just talked about. If you were to select different things when you subscribed, you will get slightly different boxes, although in talking to other subscribers, I have a feeling the differences are actually minimal. As always, your mileage may vary. So we'll talk about some of that as we go, but right now, let's open each box and see what's inside. I currently have a subscription myself to Bullymake, so I was pretty psyched to get into the new Halloween box. We've got a theme card with content info, a cauldron work-to-eat toy, 1 package of peanut butter bars, 1 package of tricky treats, 1 package of candy corn shaped treats, and a witch hat chew toy. Interesting stuff, but let's take a look at the bark box and see what's inside there. I've looked at bark boxes before and they've generally left me pretty unimpressed. However, this Super Chewer Edition is new to me, so I ordered up their robot themed box so I could see what that's all about. We've got a content info booklet, 1 chicken stick consumable chew treat, 1 Thinker's stick treat made out of duck, a blue robot chew toy, vanilla scented, a black robot toy, smoked meat scented, a green robot puzzle toy, 1 package of Micro Chicks chicken treats, 1 package of Duck Data duck treats. That was actually pretty fun, I have to say, but we need to explore our last contender, Kong. The Kong company is a staple in the pet industry and they've only just entered the monthly box arena, so let's see what their first effort is all about. We've got 1 package of Kong Bites treats, 1 Kong Marathon work-to-eat treat, 1 tube of sweet potato spread, 1 medium Stuff-A-Ball, 1 Kong Squeaker Ball, large 2-pack, and 1 large Kong. I have to say on first blush, the Kong box is kinda disappointing. There's no creativity, it's just a discounted shopping cart of their usual stuff you can get in the stores. However, as I said, my goal with boxes like these is to contribute meaningfully to my household and my developmental training. So let's get a little granular and put the categories toe to toe and see how things add up.
Round 1, chew toys.
Longtime followers of the Simpawtico channel know that I'm a huge proponent of chew toy training a dog. Chewing is emotionally satisfying, and it's a great recreational activity to help dogs relax, unwind, and learn to spend time by themselves. That said, even though I think that the materials in Bullymake's chew toy is pretty great, I'm really pleased with BarkBox's toy offering. One thing I've noticed over the years is that many dogs prefer chew toys with protrusions. This allows them to manipulate it with their front paws and get parts of the toy into their back teeth. If you observe dogs chewing, this is how it looks the vast majority of the time. Well, even though I love Bullymake's quality and creativity, they tend to send out too many chew toys without these parts. So you can see these chew toys from previous boxes, they're too flat and my dogs haven't interacted with them much at all. This waffle and steering wheel have no engagement with them. This film reel and the shoe toy only have wear on the pointy bits. And the flute and antlers have a lot of wear because they have several pointy bits. This is why other toys like this Benabone and this Nylabone Durachew are typically a lot more popular, because they're easier to manipulate and get into the back teeth. This is also one of the reasons why dogs tend to like antlers a lot too. Similarly, the BarkBox's black robot has protruding elements, and this shows engagement from the very first 24 hours it was in the house. The Kong box didn't even come with a dedicated chew toy. Some dogs will chew on a Kong after they've finished extracting food, but this isn't really what I recommend for the long term, as something that's available 24/7 for them to settle down with. Your results will vary, of course, but based on my experience in thousands of consultations, Bullymake and BarkBoxes will both yield better results in the chew toy category, and the winner today is BarkBox.
Round 2. Work-to-eat toys.
Work-to-eat toys are a big part of my training philosophy. By allowing a dog to functionally engage in parts of the prey drive sequence, like foraging and dissecting, we can create a lot of mental and emotional stimulation that contributes to a healthy, behaviorally centered dog. I recommend work-to-eat projects in lieu of meals as much as you can manage, and I have resources on the website you can refer to for more. For this reason, though, I'm super interested in what kinds of novel experiences these boxes can provide my dogs in this category. Bullymake consistently provides a work-to-eat toy in all of their boxes. Every month it's a different shape to fit the theme. They're very resilient and resistant to destruction. However, in my opinion, the holes are kind of small. That's fine for pinning a treat, but no good for a work-to-eat project where it may be filled with kibble or meat. It makes it very hard to get the food. We've worked around this by making the holes wider on some of the toys, but that tough, chew-resistant rubber also makes this hard to do, so be careful if you try this. The BarkBox toy was pretty neat. The variable opening made for the ability to make it more or less challenging. Even so, this is entry-level stuff that might be good for some of you, but would be kind of a no-brainer for my dogs. Kong, of course, has made their name almost completely on their flagship work-to-eat toys, so by the sheer fact that the box comes with not only one, but two work-to-eat toys, they beat out both BarkBox and Bullymake. The only downside here is that Kong tends to undersize their recommendation. I mentioned in the Kong video a few years ago that I recommended a size larger than they do, and this is a good example of that. When I ordered the box, I put down my largest dog, which is Dexter, at 55 pounds. They sent a large Kong. The large is listed for working with 30 to 65 pounds. But the large only holds about a half a cup. We already had an extra large on hand, and that holds just under a cup, about 7/8. So what they sent will work, but I really want one size larger. I think for most dogs, you'll do better if you pick up one size up from what Kong recommends. That makes choosing for your box a little tricky. The Kong box also comes with the Stuff-A-Ball, which is not as useful as the Kong in my opinion, but it's a good one to have around anyways for variety.
Round 3. Treats.
While the chew toys and work-to-eat toys are the main thing I want from the boxes, the variety of treats are fun too. Our Bullymake box routinely comes with 3 packages of treats, 2 different small varieties and 1 larger one. I personally wouldn't use these for training since I already have my favorites for that, but for around the house here and there for things, they're great. BarkBox came with 2 small to medium packages of treats. It also came with 2 stick treats. The Kong box really only came with one package of small treats. You could probably use these as training treats since they're small enough. I know the Kong box comes with the Marathon add-on for the Kong toy, but I really view this as a work-to-eat project. It's kind of a one-trick pony, whereas a package of treats will last a while and serve you in many different contexts. This box also came with the sweet potato spread. In our Kong video, we recommended using toppers when you prep for work-to-eat projects, and some of our viewers didn't want to use peanut butter or some of the other things we recommended. This actually would be a really good substitute for something like that, but that really puts this in the work-to-eat category for us, and Kong already won that round.
Round 4, value.
As of the making of this video, BarkBox is the most expensive for a single box, but was also the cheapest for an annual subscription. On the flip side, Bullymake was the cheapest for a single box, and then the most expensive for an annual, and Kong seemed to be straight up the middle. But we're talking differences of just a few bucks or even pennies in some cases. Plus, all three companies offer a 6-month option too that seems to be a good compromise if you can't decide. According to the scoring, Bullymake wins by just a hair. BarkBox comes in second, just behind, and Kong unfortunately was just a little lackluster. Both Bullymake and BarkBox have great pros and some minor cons, but overall I'm liking what I get out of each box. Even though I'm subscribed to Bullymake already, I'm going to keep my BarkBox subscription for a little bit and just see what other fun things come. The Kong box has promise, but it hasn't quite caught up to these other guys yet so far because they're just stuffing it full of the same bright red stuff you see at the pet stores. Bullymake and BarkBox at least have something novel and fun that you can't get elsewhere, and that fun enthusiasm from getting the box each month will carry over to your dog. As I said before, each box is customizable and your experiences may vary based on the things each company decides to put in your box based on your initial survey responses when you sign up. In the meantime, take a look at some of our other related videos, such as our chew toy training video and our Kong toy video that you can honestly apply to any brand of similar hollow toy. So, you know, all you trolls who think I'm sponsored by Kong can go back under your bridges now. Now, questions for you. What have your experiences been with subscription boxes? Are there other services like this I should know about? And what are your experiences with any of these boxes? Let's connect in those YouTube comments. If you've got some value from this video, please make sure you are subscribed so you never miss any new videos. And make sure to pop that thumbs up button too. As always, keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.